Welcome back, true believers. Elite Legend back at you guys, and this time we're doing a Masters of the Universe video. 2020 has been a hell of a year. As we near 2021, I want to take a look back at one of the highlights for me of the 2020 year, which is the Masters of the Universe coming back in classic 5.5-inch scale. So here we see the first series of Masters of the Universe figures from Mattel, offering you the retro look with modern play. These are highly articulated action figures based off of the original assortment. Here you see the heroic warriors up top, the evil warriors down below. This is one of the comics that comes with the actual figures. And the first line, every one of the comics is the same, so nothing different there. But again, here you see on the 360 display, you see the Beastman. Down in the center, we see Skeletor, He-Man upon Battle-Cat. Now we see Man-at-Arms. And coming into the frame is Evelyn, the evil warrior goddess. Really love the look of these figures. Really brings back that nostalgic feel. Really cool walking into a Walmart and being able to pick up Masters of the Universe and seeing them next to G.I. Joe and Ghostbusters. And there we see Teela, the heroic warrior goddess. And there's another good look at the savage henchman, Beastman. Now, before we take a closer look at the articulation on the main figures, here is the Battle-Cat. And you can see the jaw is articulated. Incredible amount of detail there. And look at this double joint for the neck. Really cool. They could have mailed it in, but they didn't. They gave us some great articulation on this Battle-Cat. His arms can move up that high. He has a hinge on his elbow. So he has a elbow, and it also rotates. No articulation at the ankle. Would have been nice to see that. However, really happy for what we got. Would have also liked to see it open, the arms open in a butterfly a bit. But I can understand why they didn't. You can see it moves up that much. Goes up and down. This harness is strapped onto. I don't want to take it off. I don't want to mess it up. Hopefully we get a Cringeor. Now you see the leg goes back and forward. He has a knee. And he does rock side to side there. Tail is articulated. And you can see here there is a joint there. So you can get a couple of different poses there. Move it out of the way. Rotate it around. All in all, great articulation on this Battle-Cat. And you can take his helmet, pop it on, and Cringeor is no longer cowardly. He is ready for action and ready to take on Skeletor's evil warriors. So that Battle-Cat is definitely cool. Really regret missing out on or passing up on the ski sled with Prince Adam. Hopefully that becomes more readily available down the line. But let's take a look at Beastman. He comes with some incredible accessories here. All of the classic look there. Take a look at that mug. Very beautiful. He dropped his accessory. I'm not going to pick it up, but I wanted to show you guys the articulation. So all of these male characters share the same standard articulation. So you have a single jointed elbow that rotates. You have a rotation and hinge at the wrist. The head doesn't really give you that much movement. Goes side to side. There is no ab crunch, but there is a waist rotation. Leg kicks up, not too high. Does have a single knee, but also has a rotation there. And there's a thigh cut here. I didn't notice that till now. So there you see the thigh rotation. And there is an ankle rocker and hinge. You see the sticky tack there. These are kind of hard to stand at sometimes. They were hard to stand on the 360 display, but if you're putting them on the shelf, you shouldn't have any problem keeping them up. So incredible articulation there. Now there you see He-Man on the 360. These are designed for interchangeability. So let's pop off that head and take a look at Man-at-Arms, and there you see all of his cool accessories as well. Very unique to the character. Each one of these is removable if you're going to try to do some swap-aroos. So let's pop Man-at-Arms' head off and By God! And now we see a Beastman at arms. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you want to remove this arm, you can do that. Any swap that your heart desires, you can do. And there you see. So, very cool that you can really have some different layers of play with your Masters of the Universe characters. And now we see Skeletor in all of his glory coming into the frame. Skeletor came with his staff and his sword. You see He-Man came with his battle axe, came with a shield, and the power sword. Speaking of the power sword, if you take both of them, just like in the old days, you can sync them up. And now I have the power! Very cool. Let's take a look at the female body mold. As you see here, Evelyn shares the same body type as Teela. You see the arms rotate. Single jointed elbow gives you a 90-degree. Can rotate. Has a hinge and rotation at the wrist. Head goes up forward a little bit. It's hindered here by the collar. You might want to be careful. I scuffed the paint there. There we see a close-up of the beautiful Evelyn. There we see her staff. And she rotates at the waist. Leg kicks up that much. Not very much. I feel like it might break. Oh, it's on a ball. But this one is very tight, so I'm not going to play around with that. But this one goes up that high, so this is probably the range you should get on both legs. Has a single knee. Has a rotation, does have a boot cut, has an ankle rocker and hinge, and these were the hardest ones to stand. So just be aware of that. They do have peg holes, so maybe you can find yourself some 6-inch figure peg holes that'll accommodate these figures. Let's see how they swap. So Teela, again, has all of the accessories that are removable, very unique to her. So we're gonna carefully remove this. Oh. And her, she almost bursted at the seams with excitement as she, there we go. And here we see Evelyn. And you can see you can easily swap the head. I'm not going to do any more, but you guys get the gist of it. I'm not sure if the arms are swappable for these female characters, but I don't want to find out and break the figure on camera, which Elite Legend has done before. Elite Legend feels truly blessed to be able to play with Masters of the Universe toys in 2020 as a grown-ass man. So here we see my stand-in for Castle Grayskull. You see Skeletor up top with the evil warrior goddess conjuring up a spell. You see down below, you have Beastman keeping guard over Man-at-Arms and Teela. And now we see He-Man and Battle Cat breaking in to save the day. So let's get a closer look at He-Man, because he is the star of this show. He has the power. There you see his battle axe. There we see He-Man, removable harness, battle axe. There you see the power sword with Skeletor's sword attached. He has all of the articulation that we now are very familiar with because of this video. And this is just a beautiful figure. A lot of people are critical of the head. They wanted that classic look, but this is a new line, so I feel that they will give us a more classic look down the line. So this is fine for what it is. Aesthetically, I feel this is a beautiful action figure. So reminiscent of the old school He-Man. I just miss being able to go to garage sales and seeing classic Masters of the Universe figures. You take a lot for granted. You don't see these. And well, now in about 5 years, we'll start seeing some of these at garage sales, but nothing will replace the vintage Masters of the Universe. At least not for Elite Legend. And if He-Man is the star, here is his co-star, we see Skeletor in all of his glory. And my scan is not painted as poorly as others that we've seen. I'm happy with it. It's a $15 toy. And it's Skeletor. And if your Walmarts are like mine, you have ample amount of Skeletors on those shelves to make comparisons. But how cool is it that a lot of kids across the country are going to be introduced to Masters of the Universe toys for the first time because how readily available Skeletor and He-Man are right now on the shelves at Walmart. Really hope the next wave with Scareglow and Fakor and Trapjaw are as readily available as He-Man and Skeletor have been. From time to time, you do see the rest of the cast pop up, but again, Skeletor and He-Man understandably are the most readily accessible. In case you were wondering, you cannot add Teela's head onto Skeletor. The peg is much too small. There we see Skelly on the throne with his mane squeeze. And unfortunately, there is no slime pit to toss Beastman in. And speaking of slime pits, the Hordak slime pit is probably my favorite Masters of the Universe memory as a child. Got that for Christmas, I believe, in 1986 or 87. So thank you guys so much for watching and for the continued support in 2020. Looking forward to a very big 2021. Also looking forward to that Castle Grayskull that's going to be coming out. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this wave? If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted to all of Elite Legends' next videos. Drop a like, and until next time, I have the power!